Guys, good evening. Greetings from Brest. And you're probably wondering why I'm here back in Brest. I've already been here before. That was way back in September. And the reason is as follows. One of my subscribers has sent me a challenge. Now, if you recall, about when was it? About 6-9 months ago, last September, I went to Baranovici. And the reason why I went to Baranovici was, of course, to taste the famous Baranovici sandwich, or the hot dog. However, while I was in Baranovici, I also visited the Baranovici Train Museum. And I have to say, I was extremely impressed by this museum. However, one of my subscribers sent me a message a while back to say that the train museum in Brest was a lot better. Well, that's why I'm here in Brest. I'm about to find out if the train museum in Brest is better than the one in Baranovici. Alright, so join me on a journey as I return to Brest and I put this issue to bed once and for all. Let's do this. Let's go. The weather over the last few days has been absolutely fantastic. It's been slow, but it's finally come. So now we can go into the provinces and we can do a bit of filming, both in the provinces and in Minsk as well. All right. So I have to find my hotel, check in, and then give you the lowdown. There it is, folks. There's my hotel. The Hotel Bug 3-star. Typical Soviet hotel, but quite aesthetically pleasing on the outside. Very nice. Okay, let's go in. Let's check in. Добрый день. Здравствуйте, я хочу заселиться, пожалуйста.
У вас забронировано, да?
Да. Спасибо. Я могу заплатить сейчас? Да? Хорошо. Карта есть, да? Well, guys, good morning from the hotel here. So, yeah, just woken up, had a shower, shave, had my breakfast. I've actually found out about this hotel. This hotel is actually quite famous, the Hotel Bug, here in Brest. And some very, very famous guests have actually stayed here. Vladimir Vysotsky, famous singer, and he stayed in this hotel on a number of occasions in the 1970s. Yeah, check out this guy. Yusuf Kobzon, very, very famous singer. Of course, he also stayed here as well. And for my Belarusian subscribers, Vladimir Mulyavin of the band, famous Belarusian band, Pesniari. So he stayed in this hotel in 1987. And right in this hotel here, on the same floor where I'm staying, we have a museum dedicated to Vladimir Vysotsky. Belaruski Stranci, Belarusian pages. And of course, these are all the concerts that he held here in Belarus. And there he is there, Vladimir Vysotsky. Very, very famous Soviet bard. And the museum is actually closed. Unfortunately, we can't go in and take a look inside because it's closed at the moment. All right, so just checked out, left my bags inside the hotel to pick them up them later on. All right, so welcome to Brest. It's a beautiful, a mild Sunday morning here in the southwest of Belarus, about 5-10 kilometers from the border with Poland. As I mentioned in the previous video that I did here, that I covered about Brest, it was part of the Second Polish Republic. And of course, I made a video here back in September or October of 2020, which I visited the Brest Krepost, the Brest Fortress, and you can check that out on the file here on the channel. I'm up for a challenge, and that's why I'm here. So let's check out this railway museum. Well, I've been walking for the last half an hour through Park Pobedi, and I think I've actually found the place. Look there, straight in front of me. Check it out, folks. Soviet trains, amazing. Okay, we have arrived at the museum, and if you can see in front of me there, about 200-300 yards ahead, as of course the Brest Krepost. We've already been there. Okay, so we're here in Brest, not to visit the fortress, but we're going to check out the museum. And I can see there are a lot of families here, a lot of people here. So let's see if I can get some peace and check some of the trains out. Looks very, very encouraging so far. Yeah, Soviet trains. Who needs Soviet mosaics and Soviet ruins and Soviet space shuttles, the Buran, when you can get the finest Soviet trains here in Brest? All right, I see the museum there, the entry right in front of me. So let's grab ourselves a ticket and let's go inside. Добрый день.
Добрый.
Сколько стоит?
6 рублей.
6 рублей. Хорошо. Сейчас будет, пожалуйста. Soviet trains as far as the eyes can see. Yeah. Now, since this is the holiday weekend, the Victory Day holiday weekend, of course, we've seen a lot of banners and so on. And you can see here in front of me, we have the heroes of Labour and the heroes of the Soviet Union from the Second World War. These, of course, were the employees of then, of course, Soviet railways. And you can see the heroes of Labour, the star, the decoration for heroes of Labour and for heroes of the Soviet Union. All right, let's check this place out, guys. Okay, so you can see this in front of me here. Praznik Veliki Pobed. This is the celebration for Victory Day, 1945. And of course, that's the victory banner above the Reichstag. Check the sign out here. Trud Parovoza Velik. So Parovoza means locomotive. That's exactly what this is. Trud Labour Velik. So the locomotive of great labour leads, the locomotive leads to glory. Well, at least that's what it says anyway. The direct English translation. Check out this absolutely amazing engine. And of course, these engines were the lifeline of the Soviet Union in the 1930s and 1940s during the Great Patriotic War. And they moved men and supplies on the railways straight to the front. P36 0050, and of course the coat of arms of the Soviet Union. These things were absolute monsters. All steam, of course. This engine here, so it's from 1943, so manufactured during the Second World War, the Great Patriotic War. Yeah. And of course, this here is a diorama of how steam locomotive engine works. So we have the piston, the coupling wheel, the drive wheel, and of course the firebox. There's the firebox there for the coal. Okay, and the valve over here, the valves that actually reduce or increase the pressure to change the speed, alternate the speed on the locomotive. Yeah. And the tender, that's where they store the coal. So it's operated by heat, by steam, and that actually runs the engine forwards or backwards. Of course, we don't use steam power anymore. We use either electric or diesel if you're in Ireland, in Northern Ireland, of course. So from about the early 1960s and onwards, the Soviet Union began to replace these steam locomotives into more modern diesel ones. And here is an example of one such diesel locomotive. It's manufactured in 1972. Quite an impressive machine, to say the least. So we have the cab driver here with the turbocharger. Then we have the diesel tanks in front of us. And of course the refrigerator to keep the engine cool. Yes, quite impressive. Of course the Soviet Union, they built all their own engines, whereas CIE in Ireland, we imported ours from the United States and Great Britain. You can see a map here in front of me. This is the map, the railway map of Belarus. So this is Minsk. All right. And of course we're on the Brest line and we're down here in Brest. So today I'll be taking the train from Brest all the way across to Gomel. That's about a 9-hour journey overnight on the train. So we've been to Pinsk, Kobrin is here, Kalinkovici, Mozyr, Rechica, and of course Gomel. And check out this place, guys, it's even got Terahovka. If you remember, I was there with Mr. Bald about 3-4 years ago at the Cafe Oganok. So yeah, so we've been to, so far in Belarus, so we've been to Grodno, Brest, all along the south, Slutsk, where else? Vitebsk, Khrushchev, at the Potemkin Palace, yeah, Molodechna, and up here Borisov, where we trace the steps of Napoleon, of course Polotsk, at the beer factory, Polotsky Pivo factory, yeah. Not many places left in Belarus to explore, but still, check out this cutie train here. What a nice train. And actually spotted something really good here right in front of me. So we have a gun carriage. It's probably used during the Second World War. Wow, check this out. And this is how they would transport the artillery to the front on carriages like this, mounted the gun, and of course the shell would go in here. It would be loaded, locked, and ready to fire. So we have the firing mechanism. This button would be pushed, the gun would fire, and you get a recoil. Yeah, quite nice. Three stars, maybe 3 kills. Well, I have to say, these things are impressive. An amazing piece of engineering. All these old vintage trains to capture a golden age of locomotive history that is sadly gone. I'll take everything back what I said. I've actually found a train that I can get inside and check it out and explore. It's one of the old diesel engines built in 1961. And we can actually go inside and explore the cockpit. I have to wait a while to get the kids away. I'm fascinated by this. So let's go inside. Wow, this is an amazing piece of work. This is a huge, check out this huge diesel engine that would have driven this locomotive. The turbine, the pistons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 valve cockpit in here. And somebody's here inside. I'll check this out. So this is it. So we have the levers, and the co-pilot would probably sit here on his seat, arm out the window, admiring the view, the breeze flowing in. And yeah, fire hydrants. And of course, this is the driver's seat here. Let's sit down. Let's check this place out. Oh yeah. Well, this is what it's all about. And this is what I came to see. And this is why I've come here. One of the reasons why I've come here. Yeah, have a look at this. So we have various pistols, levers. Don't know what they were used for, probably just regulating the flow of fuel and pressure. Here we have our speedometer, kilometers per hour. 150 kilometers per hour was the maximum speed. That's approximately 125 miles per hour. If only we had this back home. But unfortunately, we can't have nice things. Yeah, what a view. What an exhilarating view it must have been to drive one of these amazing engines. Yeah. Fantastic. Check out this little wooden carriage here, and as you can see inside, just spotted this, there's a little stove. They would light the stove to keep warm in winter, or to cook soup or tea, coffee, whatever. And we have 2 bunk beds. Yeah. What a way to travel by train. While I was actually inside the shop buying an ice cream, I stumbled into something quite remarkable. And this is what they don't have in Baranovici. An indoor museum, in case it rains. And yeah, check it out. So it gives a complete story of the railways here. Check out all this stuff here. So the Soviet period, during the Second World War, then the Great Patriotic War. Yeah, quite remarkable. And this is of course Brest train station, when the Germans occupied. Yeah, quite remarkable. All the equipment they used. Hey, that's like the telephone in my apartment. All Soviet telephones. Check this out. This is a fantastic diorama. Look at this. Of course, we have the different epaulets, badges. An amazing diorama of a railway. We're so lucky to have this. So this is a fantastic tourist amenity. Yeah, so 1825 is when the first railways were built in England, from Stockton to Darlington. So giving a general history of rail. So we have a fully automatic railway set here. What an awesome museum.
Вот он. А не один?
Не стоит еще. Ну ты приехал, пошли еще посмотрим. Пошли награды, покажу тебе. Можешь награды посмотреть.
How they transported cars throughout the Soviet Union. What we have here is some Volgas, obviously from the 1970s, 60s and 70s. Yeah. This is a Pobeda. This is the first post-war car of the Soviet Union, 1946.